Imagine this. You're out celebrating. After a tough week, you're surrounded by friends, laughter, and music. Cameras capture you walking into a bar, but somehow you never walk out. That's exactly what happened to Brian Shaffer, a 27-year-old medical student from Columbus, Ohio. On April 1st, 2006, Brian walked into a bar called the Ugly Tuna Saloona and vanished without a trace. No one saw him leave. No body was ever found. And nearly 2 decades later, this case still haunts investigators and the internet. Brian Shaffer wasn't your average student. He was in his second year of med school at Ohio State University. Smart, kind, and well-liked by everyone who knew him. He loved music, especially Pearl Jam, and dreamed of becoming a doctor. But his friends said he also had a free-spirited side, the kind of guy who talked about dropping everything to travel the world. Just 3 weeks before his disappearance, Brian's mother, Renee, died after a long battle with cancer. Friends noticed he was heartbroken, but he still seemed determined to move forward. It was the first day of April, a Friday night. Brian had just finished a week of exhausting exams. Around 9 p.m., he met up with his friend, William Clint Florence, for a few drinks. They started at a bar near campus, then moved to the Ugly Tuna Saloona, located on the second floor of a busy entertainment district. Security footage from 1:15 a.m. shows Brian walking into the bar with Clint and another friend, Meredith Reed. For the next hour, they drank, laughed, and listened to live music. Around 1:40 a.m., Brian was seen talking to 2 young women near the bar's entrance. The footage shows him waving goodbye and heading back toward the bar's main area. When police reviewed the footage, they were baffled. The bar had only one main entrance, the same one covered by a surveillance camera. If Brian had left, he should have been seen on video. But he wasn't. They even checked other cameras in the area, including the nearby escalator and the street outside. Nothing. No trace, no footage, no sign of him. Investigators considered the possibility that the camera missed him, but that seemed unlikely. The only other exit was a back service door used by staff, which led into a construction site filled with heavy debris and dirt. Police searched it thoroughly. Still nothing. It was as if Brian Shaffer had vanished inside the bar itself. When Brian didn't show up for his flight to Miami 2 days later, a trip planned with his girlfriend Alexis, alarm bells went off. Alexis called him repeatedly, but every call went straight to voicemail. Police began interviewing everyone who was with Brian that night. His friend Clint claimed he thought Brian had left the bar on his own, but others found Clint's behavior suspicious, especially when he refused to take a polygraph test. Still, police couldn't find enough evidence to charge anyone. They checked nearby hospitals, homeless shelters, and rivers. Dogs traced Brian's scent toward the street, but lost it suddenly, suggesting he did leave the bar somehow. But how? One of the strangest twists came months later. Brian's phone was never used after April 1st, until August 2006, when Alexis called it, and it actually rang. Cell records showed it pinged from a cell tower 14 miles away. But Verizon later said that was likely a glitch. Still, it added to the mystery. Then there's the fact that Brian's apartment was untouched. His car was still parked outside. His bank account never touched. Even more chilling, his father, Randy, continued searching for years. In 2008, Randy was killed in a freak accident when a branch fell on him during a storm. At his online obituary, Someone anonymously posted, "To Dad, love Brian, U.S. Virgin Islands." The IP address traced back to a public computer in Columbus, likely a cruel hoax. But it reignited public interest in the case. So what really happened to Brian Shaffer?